Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Dalton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch that. Check right 54. Hey, alert.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Check 26, check
Dalton off play action. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence. In their kicker, but just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost, but if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check that, check that.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. 36, 36. Show it up.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it. You do go through it. And in this...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically,
and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sheldon Richardson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Shoot. Real. King.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The throw over the middle taken in. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hakeem Butler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Bridgewater, he's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will get him one closer. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And it's a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the screen.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely.
And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! It's the fullback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Throwing, Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 44, Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Now Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on second down. Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
180. Right, 58, right there. Here it comes, here it comes. '58 to Mike, 58. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, God.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Bridgewater on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Bridgewater, and he's got Rodgers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Bridgewater. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Eli Rodgers, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 1st down, Bridgewater. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Landry that time. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.